With Life is Strange Reunion now only 2 weeks away, there's a little bit more information to talk about before the game comes out, and I thought I'd do one last video talking about the new bits of information that have surfaced, mainly because I want another reason to talk about the game before launch, and also the High Guard video I said I was going to do. I played a bit of the game, was not really a big fan, and I thought there's no point in doing a video. Anyway, I want to talk about all the stuff that's come out, not too much, but some interesting tidbits. There's also a brand new scene that was released exclusively at the Future Game Show last night that I reacted to on stream last night, so I'll include that later in the video. And on that note, normally with these games, I tend to play them privately and then do a review afterwards and then stream my second playthrough. I've decided this time I'm going to do my first playthrough on stream, which is a kind of a big thing for me. If you're newer to the channel, that won't mean anything to you as like okay, everyone else does it, but to me, that's a new thing. So I just wanted to mention it because I know a few of you have been really enjoying the Life is Strange videos recently. So if you don't follow me over on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/RedArcherLive, head over there and drop me a follow because I will start streaming the game the night that it comes out, and then I'll have a full, much longer stream on Friday finishing the game. But I will upload all the parts on YouTube afterwards, so if you want to wait until they come up on YouTube, they will. I'll upload them on this channel when I've got them all edited and split up. But yeah, so I'll do all the playthrough and then I'll do a review video afterwards. So make sure you follow me on Twitch, subscribe here if you're not already, and like the video, I'd appreciate it greatly. But let's go over a little bit of extra information that we've got about Life is Strange Reunion. So they put this post up on Instagram yesterday, reconfirming that there's only 2 weeks to go until the game launches. They came with some global release times, and much like a lot of games these days now, rather than releasing at midnight in your local time, there's a fixed release time for everyone across the country, across the planet. Country, blimey, but you know what I mean. So you can see all the times that come up here. So for most people, it's launching on March 26th. For a couple of people, so for people out in Singapore, Tokyo, Sydney, so Australia, they're going to be releasing in the early hours of March 27th. They've been told they've been approved for release on all platforms. I mean, good, I would hope so. But they are doing extra testing with the game, they've said. They're doing more patches and final optimizations so it can be as good as possible. I mean, I still am amazed the game's ready to release, 15 months after Double Exposure came out, so I don't really blame them for using every last second to make sure it's fully patched. They've also mentioned that content creator codes are coming out much closer to launch, so something for me to keep an eye out for and anyone else who's interested. They did put out a spoiler warning that I thought was important to share because they've now said disc copies are also shipping to warehouses, so that obviously opens up the door for people to get their hands on the game early. Never mind the fact that it might not be the most up-to-date version with any kind of day one patch there might be. It obviously means that then spoilers could surface, and there are some particular elements we'll get to in a moment that I really hope don't get spoiled, so be careful out there, people. Make sure you have all your spoiler markers set up on Twitter and all that. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make sure I have no spoilers whatsoever. But yeah, so they've put that out, so just be aware of, obviously, incumbent spoilers, and making sure that you have any patches downloaded when the game comes in, because it seems like there might be a hefty day one patch when the game does release. But the most interesting part, as I mentioned about spoilers, is this interview that I saw shared around on Twitter. It's translated from Spanish, and it's an actual interview with Deck 9 about Life is Strange Reunion. A lot of the responses are things we already knew, things we'd already seen. So, talking about the fact that it's the end of Max and Chloe's saga. There is a mention here, though, that players can define Max's relationships with 4 key characters: Amanda, Chloe, Safi, and Vin. So that is intriguing, because I would like to know how much, again, the Amanda and Vin things matter. Because in the couple of hours that I played in my playtest demo, I didn't see any consequences of that relationship. Now, granted, in the save file I played, I didn't even know what the choices were for Amanda and Vin. They weren't relevant to the scenes I played. So I have no idea realistically what's going to happen there. I hope that we get more stuff, and as a lot of you might know from one of my previous videos, I'm hoping that Amanda is still a romance option as a backup. I'm always going to choose Chloe first, but I really would love to see what happens with Amanda if they do more there. I would really be quite intrigued with that. But it seems as though they're not even going to do importing save games, or at least no need to. So maybe they won't let you import it at all. If they don't let you import it, that means a lot of the minor choices will not matter in the slightest, which is a shame. Because there's things like, does Yasmin stay as president of Caledon University? Doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things, but she's in the trailer for the next game. I wonder if there's going to be consequences from something like that. If you can't import saves and you're only picking 4 key choices, clearly that doesn't matter, or they're going to course correct it, so I don't know, I guess we'll see. I did also read something on, I think it was a PlayStation blog from what they played the demo, that suggested that Max has a photo mode. Whenever you're playing as Max, you can just crack out the Polaroid camera and take a picture. I did not see that in my demo, so please do not quote me on that, but I saw it mentioned and thought it was interesting to just put in a video somewhere, because I really hope that's true. I would love the idea to just whack out a Polaroid camera and take pictures whenever I want. It's like real life. It'd be fun. I'd really enjoy that, so I don't know, that would be cool. But the most important part here is this section at the end. Well, near the end. How many endings are there in Life is Strange Reunion? As the final chapter of the Max and Chloe saga, Life is Strange Reunion has several endings. Without going into spoilers, there is no single binary final choice. The The entire final act is determined by a series of decisions and outcomes that reflect the choices players have made throughout the game. These results will affect Max, Chloe, the inhabitants of Caledon, and Caledon himself? Do they mean itself? Who lives, who dies, what's left behind. Every choice has consequences, and sometimes the most intimate decisions are the most powerful. So there might still be choices during the final act, of course, like last-minute things. Who do you run to if the fire's in the middle of happening? I'm imagining the fire's going to happen either way, and it's just like, you know, who's in what place and who gets saved, etc. during it. Unless you could stop the fire altogether, in which case that would be cool. But the most important part here is there being no single binary final choice. Now, people have been comparing this to Life is Strange 2 immediately, but the thing with Life is Strange 2 was that did have a single binary final choice. Now, granted, it had lots of branches from that, and also previous game actions did impact the ending beyond that, so it wasn't necessarily binary, but there was still a final choice. So I wonder if there's going to be a final choice that isn't binary like Life is Strange 2, or if they mean there literally won't even be a choice that happens at all, and it will just be playing out consequences. You could take that two different ways, and I do wonder. But either way, the fact that they're making it clear that there's multiple endings without that binary choice means there's probably going to be multiple ways of going through the game and getting different endings. And my personal opinion, my big prediction, I'm going to put it out there now, I think there's going to be at least 3 endings. One where Max dies, one where Chloe dies, one where they both survive. Almost like a GTA 5 kind of thing, but that's where I think this is going to go. I really do. I mean, obviously, other characters living and dying is going to be an important part of it too, so it's not just split down to those 3, but I really do have a feeling that's what will end up happening. There's no way they don't have an ending where they both survive this time, and I really hope, as much as I loved Dontnod and loved the first game, I really hope that if there is an ending where Max and Chloe both survive, there kind of should be, really, that they do it better than the original Life is Strange did. I always felt a little bit burned by that, by the fact that the Sacrifice Chloe ending was so long and in-depth and a proper, like, tribute to the character, whereas Sacrifice Arcadia Bay, they just kind of drive through and go, all right, goodbye. Like, I realize there's not much they could do, but it always felt a bit void, like a bit empty in comparison. So I'd really like to make sure that if there is a final ending with both of them alive, it's more fleshed out this time. That's like a big want for this game. So that is everything else here. I think there's only the bits of, reinforcing the game is the same length as Double Exposure, roughly. So that's fine. We know about that. And that the opening will be different depending on whether Chloe was alive or dead in your original game. And then there'll be a performance mode, graphics mode on consoles. So there you go. Some very interesting stuff there. But like I said, the ending thing I think is the most interesting part. I'm really, really intrigued to see what they do with that. Purely just because I'm hoping there'll be some real wild variable endings. Because they're not doing a sequel, it means you can have loads of varying endings without the worry of having to follow it up afterwards. So I'm really, really hopeful for that. It'll be a really cool way to kind of send off these characters if it really can vary so dramatically. But I guess we'll see. But there you go, everyone. So I'm going to do my outro now before I roll the clip next, so you can watch it if you want. And also I want to make sure that people who don't want spoilers don't watch it. So very, very quickly before I wrap up, thank you all very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And subscribe, like the video. If you haven't already, please do. It really does help get the video out on the algorithm to more Life is Strange fans. And comment down below what you're thinking about this last chunk of news. What are you expecting for the endings of the game? Let me know all that stuff down below. I will see you all, if not sooner, in 2 weeks' time with the launch of Life is Strange Reunion. As I've said, I'll be streaming it on Twitch pretty much as soon as it comes out, maybe a couple hours later in the UK so I can finish with work. And then I'll be playing it right through Friday until I finish the game, and then all the episodes will go out on YouTube at some point after that. Thank you all so much for being here. Truly does mean the world to me. I really appreciate the continued support. And without any further ado, I will roll the clip from the stream and then the video will just end. So this is the end from me. Thank you all for watching. See you all soon. Take care. There we go. That's better.
I have this power to help people, but rewinding time has bought me only 3 days before everything burns.
Are we getting more of the boat scene? Oh no, we're not. Okay, damn. Everyone's going mental over the boat right now. Oh wait, we are!
The Mabon party is starting soon.
Are there subtitles for this actually? That would be a good idea. Yes, there are.
So, what's next? Change into black robes?
Black shirts, going by the old photo. We've got to get to the Abraxas house.
And look for smoke.
This is it. It could all start tonight.
Think you can get me another eyes wide shut mask so we can sleuth together?
You're on. Stay out of trouble.
God, I love these two. Oh shit, the mask just came out of nowhere. All right.
Drinking and making out, someone must have taken their mask off.
Fuck it, mask off.
Not their usual logo.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This rooster snake has been doused in nightmare fuel.
Yeah, that's horrendous. I don't like that at all.
Password?
Password.
Rooster snake.
I think you mean psilocybin, which would have been correct. Too bad.
I've got the password.
I love that they brought it back so you can rewind and use people's like words against them. It's so good.
Password.
I like that they've actually they've masked the like they've not spoiled it for people. That's cool as shit. Good idea. Good idea. Sorry, the Abraxas Society maybe just wasn't well set up in Double Exposure. I did not think it was this big. This is mad. Max is kind of wearing that shit. She kind of pulling that off.
Drunk to have something over your face right now.
This isn't theft, it's a safety issue.
Why did you go near him after that? She's in the trees. Who is?
Hunting for a secret room in a spooky house? Chloe's gonna love this.
I've been to plenty of bonfires. And a handful of pagan parties. Thank you, Portland. But a secret society pagan bonfire, that's a new one for me.
She sounds so much more matured now, which I really like. Rihanna's doing a very good job.
Peaceful.
Here.
Jesus!
Oh, I love him. I love these
I think
two.
you should check out the basement. The door password is pixels.
Love that they're going to this effort.
Split up? Meet at the bonfire when we know more?
I just want you to know, I'm so excited to make these memories with you.
Oh! Oh, my little fucking heart! How dare you! I kind of wish I hadn't watched that. I would have rather heard that in the game. That's so good. That's so good. Ah! Oh, I love them. Can I just say, if that's the stuff they're putting into the trailers, what the hell is going to be in the main game? I have such high hopes for the romance for this. I have such high hopes. If you don't know, I realised I mentioned it earlier. There's like, I don't know if people are actually calling it or whether I've just seen it mentioned, called like Boatgate. And the idea is that they keep showing us tiny little bits of this scene of the two of them out in the middle of the water on a canoe that seems to be when like a romance gets sealed, but they refuse to show us anything notable from it. So like every time I see a bit of this now, I'm like, Boatgate! Boatgate! Like when we get to that on stream, it's going to be incredible. I just know it. But oh my god, man. Oh, it's going to be good.